Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. Let's begin. Aries, a lot of what I'm seeing has you on repeat for the most part, but this week will prove to be about you taking control, taking the bull by the horns. If you're not really sure where you're headed, what is in store for you, because it's going to feel that way as we move along through the week. It's definitely coming through with some sort of instability. You're trying to understand the pattern or the flow of things, how things are moving along, and if they haven't, why haven't they? It might feel a little bit stressful at times. It might feel as though you're not really getting anywhere. You might feel as though things are not moving along when in actual fact they are. But it's being able to gain more control over the type of situation that you're in. Very work related this week. There are a lot of rewards that are being handed out at work. You may have missed the boat. I don't like to say that, but it's what I'm seeing, and this is unfair. I think you've worked your butt off, and you do deserve a break, or you deserve some sort of recognition, congratulations, a little bit of everything. I mean, you want the rewards that you deserve after having done what you have done. You've done a lot. You've done so much for the place that you work at. And if you're working for yourself, it's very much the same. It goes the same way for whatever it is you're doing for work. But the work, although it's not going unrecognized, you're still having to juggle so much at once, and people are just kind of throwing the workload at you because they know you can get the job done and you're the most capable, reliable person for that particular job. But to not sort of receive the recognition you were hoping to get, I think it's nice to hear somebody say, hey, I acknowledge that the work that you're doing and who you are and how you do things, and the way that there's something, it's nice to hear those things, and I keep getting that coming through as the main message. They are words, but they have so much meaning behind them, but not many people have that in them, to be able to simply say thank you. And it's that simple. So it's going to feel a little bit, as I said previously, stressful, but you just somehow managed to keep going. So kudos to you. One thing I will say, it's not as bad as it probably feels. I've already established that, yes, but one thing to keep in mind is that you might notice that while people aren't saying it out loud, you might notice it's not verbal. It could be expressed, they could be expressing their gratitude and appreciation in other ways, behind the scenes, so to speak. So you could be getting, for example, and these are just examples, or it could be that this is actually happening. This is how you know the wheels are in motion. And if you're receiving that better shift, for example, somebody else gets the shift that you don't like, that's what I mean by behind the scenes. In some way, shape, or form, it sort of makes that difference. Everything is still working in your favor, so it's okay. And these are the reasons why you don't need to panic or you don't need to worry so much. It's still you standing strong. It's still working out for you, but it's just not as obvious. It's not anybody shouting from the rooftop, hey, look at Aries, they're doing such a magnificent job. Just because it's not that way, it doesn't mean it's not good. And I think when it comes to love, for those of you who were hoping for the right person to come along, I mean, this comes in and there is somebody coming in at the right time. This person is head over heels in love with the idea that you could be the one. I'm not going to lie when I say this, but there is somebody stirring trouble, stirring the pot. Whatever they're stirring, it's not good. Their intentions are halfway, half good, and then I don't want to say half bad, but we sort of want to move forward with their intentions being all about blessings and satisfaction, and that it all works out really well for the both of you. But there is some sort of an ulterior motive there to get you going, however that translates to you. But and I see that the two of you, in relation to what is yet to come, there's a lot of, the way you both carry on and get along, get together, there's a lot of banter. There is that. There is a lot of conversation. You're both talking each other's ears off. It's that kind of connection, as well as there being time for play. But just be mindful of this halfway point. It's sort of the excitement. It doesn't follow through. It doesn't go all the way. It sort of stops at that halfway point that I mentioned. And that is where you need to be really careful. That something may slip up. They could be doing something I'm just trying to tap into this so I can get the message out to you clearly. Um, False expectations, perhaps. Thank you, Aries.